If you could only ever take one setup, what would it be?
What is up, everybody? This is the Trader Society podcast. We're doing the Q&A with DNA.
Hey, I
What's
love
up,
it.
brother?
What
this
is up?
Anthony's World, as you guys all know.
What is up? What is up? How is everyone living? Hope it's well. How are you living today?
And better than ever.
I love it. I love it. With that being said, please do not forget to subscribe, like, comment on this video. Also, maybe just drop your questions in the comments below. Also, check out our website, tradersociety.com. Also, go over to our Instagram. Make sure you make us one of your favorites. We will be posting a question box on our Instagram. It is Trader Society Official. It'll be like somewhere like right here, Loverboy. Yeah, perfect. Right there. It'll be somewhere like there. We are going to do this once every 2 weeks. We're going to post and we're going to ask us questions, and you're going to ask us questions, and then we are going to answer them. And we are just trying to like engage, interact with you guys so y'all can ask us questions and tell us what you want to learn from us. Because me and him could sit here and talk forever about anything. Obviously, we've been wasting Loverboy's time all day today before this, but we can sit here and talk about anything.
It's
so
easy to talk with these headphones on.
it is. I like it. It feels
do
good,
too.
doesn't it? It feels
I can hear you
good.
so much better.
it's like you're in my head. I am in your head. This is what it's like to live with Anthony and Derek. I love it. But
All right, let's get these questions.
let's get these questions. But first, cheers, my
Cheers,
dude.
brother.
Well, we're
It's
gonna have
Friday night, or it's Friday. It's Friday midday. We're just having a good time.
We're having a good
honestly.
time.
It's been a long
vibing.
week since we've been in our office and had like everything set up. Like we've been grinding. We've been looking at charts all day. It's Friday. I'm tired of looking at charts,
I am
and that's
too.
one of the things that traders need to do.
Reward yourself.
Reward yourself, and not only that, like don't be on the charts all day because you need that break. It's and especially if you want to be doing this long term, you need that break. Like don't wear yourself out just looking at charts.
I've even had breaks of like months.
Yeah, 100%.
Well, not where I didn't like. I still looked at the charts, but I didn't like trade.
Yes.
So I didn't look at them as much.
I think it's needed because it
Very
is.
much
It's
needed.
a stress, especially if you can afford to do that. Like it's needed.
It's very much needed. So, well, I did a poll yesterday. With that being said, make sure you're also following me. I'm _ Anthony's World _
And
Make
then
sure you're following
I'm Derek _Vandy.
Make sure you're following him. And then also, Grant's not here today, but follow Granny as well. It is _ Grant Hardy. We'll be rotating questions and screenshotting them so we can answer these questions. So let's go ahead and get started. All right. First question that is coming up.
First good question.
Yeah, I know I'm going good. Okay, when you look for a confluence, does all the confirmations need to be on the same time frame?
I do not definitely think so. I think that it's, there could be a trend line break on the 4 hour and then trend line retest or a 50 moving average hit on the 1 hour. I don't think that has to be on the same time frame.
I don't think they have to be on the same time frame, but I think they have to be relevant. Like I would not be like, oh, we gotta, I would do that.
Well, let's put it into perspective for right now. Like on GJ, UJ, right now, it's a trendline break on the monthly time frame. So what we want to be looking for is pretty much buys.
Lower time frame on the buys.
Yes. So that's
because you're not going to get a monthly buy. Like you will, but you're not going to get a monthly buy like on a regular basis.
Yeah, exactly.
So look for those lower time frame pullbacks.
Yes, exactly. So
essentially, they don't have to be like you actually almost want them to have multiple time frame confirmations.
Exactly.
Like I don't want to look at something and be like, oh, it's hidden divergence on the hour, but on the 4 hour it's a trend line break. Like I go in opposite ways.
But also, see, this is where it's like, do not overcomplicate it.
Yes, because you can't do that.
If there's confluences that are going with the overall direction of the trend, just go for it.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I feel.
I agree. What is a good average risk to reward per trade?
You want to go?
I would start off. I would say as long as it's 2 to 1.
Yeah.
But I also think that I like this question because it's very like everyone that like isn't new to Forex, they think there's this holy grail, holy strategy, all this stuff that like just makes life perfect. In reality, it's not that way. Trading is not that way at all. But what I think is it's very situational, because what I want to see is like, do you that is setting the parameters of your trade, do you know what type of trader you are? Like, because like if you don't know what type of trader you are, then you don't know what a good R to R is. Because like I think unless you have a 3 to 1 R to R, I'm not really taking the trade. But I'm also a R to R trader a lot of the times, and I will straight up be like, I will take a trade that I know is probably going to lose, but I will have like a 10 to 1 R to R.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like I'm like, this trade's probably going to lose, but I have a 10 to 1 R to R. I take 10 of those trades and I only win 4 of them.
You're still winning.
I'm still massively in profit.
That's one of the things that traders need to realize is like, if your risk reward is going to be substantially good, anything like I preach, you at least have to have a 1 to 2.
Yes.
Like that way you lose 5 trades, you're still going to be in profit. Out of like, if say you take 10 trades, you lose 5 trades, you're still going to be in profit if you have a 1 to 2.
Being a 50% trader.
Exactly. 1 to 2 risk reward.
It's not hard to be a 50% trader.
It's really not. It's
not
and
hard
this is one of the things that I also preach. Like, if the trade makes sense, take the trade. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
follow your instincts.
Yeah, exactly. If it makes sense, take it.
Yep, I agree. So I would say at least 2 to 1, but figure out what type of trader you are first.
And there's much better. There's people that have 10 pip stop losses with
100 pip take profits.
Exactly.
150 pip take profits. Someone just, I'm from Mississippi. What brokers are you using? We don't recommend brokers. It's not our thing. We choose not to do that just because find what fits you best, because I'm not trying to get sued. The best session to trade.
I like London session.
Right now, I think it changes.
It definitely does. London session has been giving, for at least my strategy, the best setups right now. That's why next week I'm trading all London.
So but I would say it wasn't that long ago that New York was killing it for me, for both of us.
And that's
New York was killing it for both of us.
We don't need many trades. Like if we can get 2-3 trades a week on New York session, that's great. But New York session for me this week, the past month has not been giving me trades. Like London session is where all my trades have been happening.
Well, someone said, "What's up with you, Jay?" You said it earlier.
Bullish.
monthly trend line break.
Exactly, it's gonna keep rising.
You have to learn to look at the higher time frames. Now, I'm not saying that like if you have a monthly buy, doesn't mean you can't have an hour short. Like that doesn't mean that. Like if you have a monthly buy, you're gonna have a lot of 4 hours, even daily shorts. You're gonna have a lot of potential.
Do be careful, because when you do get those like higher time frame breakouts, I mean those things.
But if it's like ranging,
no, that's different.
Yeah.
But right now on GJ, UJ, all those JPY pairs, like they broke those higher time frame trend lines,
and they're not stopping,
and they're not getting much pullback.
I wouldn't look for a sell until you actually see a massive sell. Like I would start looking for a sell after a sell already happens.
Yes, exactly.
I wouldn't be trying
after
to catch
like
the
some
top.
trend line break or something.
Yeah,
that's how I feel about it.
Can you grow a $10 account?
I mean, would you want to?
No.
Been there, done that. Like I think it's good practice if you're a beginner, but no, wouldn't want to.
I wouldn't even attempt.
No.
I don't even think I'd attempt 10,000. I don't think I would. I mean, I'm just being honest. Like that doesn't sound fun. Like it just doesn't sound. Most insane account flip.
I think I had a pretty good one.
You did.
$250 to like 100 and I think 100. Well, actually, it's technically still going, because that's what I lived off for a long time.
It's the same account.
Not the same account, but like I switched brokers and stuff. But like, yeah, that was my initial first, like, that's where I made my money.
Sight into money?
Yes.
And so you still just have that, like, the money from that account, just keep going. Yeah. So mine was like last year. Never mind, I'm not going to say it publicly. Never mind. I'm not going to say it publicly. I've been told not to. Yeah. You know. He knows. Loverboy knows. But I've been told not to say. I will say my first account flip, my biggest one was when I first started trading. Not my best, not my biggest, but one of the good ones that I did that I will talk about was when I turned $1,000 into, it was 14,000 in 2 weeks. $1,000 to 14,000 in 2 weeks.
That's good.
As I quit my job.
That'll make you do it, won't it? Like, I remember, honestly, when I made my first $1,000 trading, I quit my job.
Dude, I quit my job and I was like, fuck this. Boom.
I hated my job.
Put it in there. Yep.
Not saying it's the best thing to do, but that's what I did.
Okay. How do you feel about drawdown for more than 2 hours? I'm a swing trader, so I don't care. I could be in drawdown for fucking weeks.
Yeah. I mean,
it doesn't bother me. Drawdown does not bother me.
It all depends on the trade setup, honestly.
Yeah. No, now don't get me wrong. If I go for a 5-minute setup and I've been drawdown for 2 hours, I'm probably in the wrong trade. But majority of the time,
this is what I'm going to say. Like, for me, I have my certain setups. This morning, I tried taking, like, there's been no trades for me. Like, this was kind of out of actually my range. There was a trendline retest. Overall, direction of the market was bullish. I tried to short it off the trendline retest, and it went against me, like, pretty much right away. I took a 5-pip loss. I think that, for me, anyways, when I'm trading, if a trend line gets broken and it's going to go against me, because I do trade a lot against, like, trend line or with trend lines and trend line retests and things like that. And if it breaks that trend line, then automatically I'm thinking it's going against me. So I closed out super quick. What it do? It hit my stop loss, but I already closed. Like, that's what professional traders can recognize, I feel like, or at least what I've developed over the years.
Yeah. No, I agree 100%. I agree. How many pairs do you trade?
Honestly, I probably have like 30 pairs on my charts.
Do you recommend that?
Not for beginners. Like, I started off my first 5 years with just GBP pairs, and it was mainly just GBP, JPY, GBP USD, and I think it was GBP NZD. But I mainly traded my first like 5 years GBP JPY.
I trade all pairs. Like, I think charts. I mean, do I definitely approach indexes and indices and currencies and cryptocurrency differently? Yes, I treat them differently, but at the end of the day, I still think the market moves.
It all does the same patterns.
Yeah,
that's how I feel.
Yeah. Let me go through. How to deal. This is a good one. How to deal with closing winning trades too early.
Going to the next.
Huh?
Just go to the next. If you close it too early, you know how many trades I've traded where it's like I closed out at way too early and it dropped another 600-700 pips.
No, but the big question is, I don't know if he means, are you closing winning trades too early, like, and it should take profit, or are you closing them?
That's a big thing with traders. Is
like, are you closing them just too early because the market did rise?
Are you too emotional in this trade, so you're closing it too early?
Yeah,
that's the question. I would assume, like, if you're closing it too early because you're emotional, then you got to find out how to fix that problem.
Yeah, I agree.
You know, but it's also it's part of the journey. Is learning just to trust yourself and trust your analysis.
I 100% agree. It's all in like, and you need to figure out, like, is it because of your greed? Because a lot of people are like, oh, well, the market still moved 100 pips. It's like, yeah, but did you fucking make money?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Make money sitting at your
computer.
Now,
are you closing your losses? Like, are you holding your losses? Like, there's a lot that goes into that. So I would just figure out where you're feeling with those, and that's how I'd go from there. This is a good question. Why do I make money on a demo account, but with a real, most of the time I blow or break even?
I think that it has a lot to do with emotions.
A lot to do with emotions.
You may know more about this than me.
I agree. I agree it has a lot to do with emotions. I also think it's because it's not live market conditions. Trading demo is not a live market conditions, and you experience a lot of things that you don't experience in a live account that you don't experience in a demo account. So I would, but it sounds like it's demo. But if you there's a lot of things that you don't experience.
Well, it's just here's the thing. Like, if you're gonna trade demo, you gotta trade it as if it's a real account.
I don't.
And that's what I did.
But
I did
even
it for a long time.
Then though, I'm like, why wouldn't you put $50 into a demo account?
See, that's
into a live account.
We're different. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you can have a competition with yourself, I did it for I can't remember how long, but I traded demo for probably 6 months, and I had a competition with myself, and I would get mad, the same way that I would maybe if it was a real account, if I did something against my rules. If you can treat it as you treat it your real account.
But how hard is that for most people?
I did it. Yeah, you just have to have that willpower, I think. And some people can't do it. But
that's why I think just putting money in the markets so you can get those real emotions.
But I mean, is $50 going to give you those real emotions that when you have a $100,000 account?
Yeah, but is trading a $100,000 demo realistic for people?
No, they should start with a $5,000 demo account.
But that's the thing is most people don't.
Well, they should.
Well, they don't. That's what we're going to teach them.
If you're starting with a $100,000 demo
and you're not going to put
$100,000 to trade with, then you're doing it wrong.
You're doing it wrong.
Do it with something that's realistic for you and learn, because that's one of the biggest parts of trading. You know how many people lose money their first 2 years of trading? Everyone.
Everyone.
You just don't know the emotions, and you just go against what you're supposed to do. Now, I think it's probably getting better now that people are teaching better and telling you what you should be doing with risk to reward. We didn't hear shit about risk to reward when we were trading in the beginning.
Yeah. No, I agree. How do you gain confidence in taking your trade setups?
If it makes sense, it makes sense, and you just got to trust your analysis.
But what would you advise someone in steps to take to get that confidence?
Know your strategy. Know the areas you're looking for where you're trading. Have a reason to why you're entering those trades. Know how to manage your trades, and then know either where to take your profit or where to cut your losses. And if you have those in your game plan, you're going to do substantially better than if you're just kind of not really knowing those things.
I also think tracking your trades.
Yeah, track your trades.
Use the same lot size, track your trades, and just be damn.
Find out the reasons to why the trade is getting lost, or why you're taking a loss, before you're even taking the consideration to find out why the trade should win.
Yes.
You need to know where your trades are going wrong before
they're
going right.
That is there's two steps that people I always hear all the time. When you lose a trade, go study why you lost the trade. And I agree with that. Study why you lost the trade. But I also agree with, why aren't you no one looks at their winning trades and say why did they win that trade?
Mm-hmm.
You need to look at why you're winning a trade and why you're losing a trade, I think.
Are
you
for
studying
example,
your
I
winners?
went against the trend on my trade.
And you knew it as soon as you took it, but you were you know what?
It was a trend line retest.
Let's try it.
Let's give it a go. It was a 1 to 6 risk reward.
Would you close
I lost 5 pips.
Yeah, there you go. Good deal.
As soon as it broke that trend line retest, I said,
full story.
Closing.
Yep. Here's a good one. What is the most important lesson that the market has taught you?
That's a tough one. You go first.
I will say that the market does not give a fuck about you.
Yeah, no.
Seriously, the market doesn't care.
Don't blame shit on the market, because it's you.
You did not lose money because of anything else besides you. That's it. The moment that I stopped blaming everything else around me, the moment I stopped blaming everything else around me, is the moment that I then realized it's all on me. Whether I win, whether I lose, it's all on me.
Yes.
The market doesn't give a fuck who you are. Doesn't care how much money you make, how much money you don't make, how much money's in your account, how much money you don't have in your account. It doesn't care. No, and that's a life lesson. No one cares about you the way you care about you. Do you? Like, for real, that's just a life fucking lesson. That's not just a market lesson. So don't take it personal when you lose money to the market because you suck at trading. It's just the truth. Like, you suck at trading. Get fucking better. If you want to make money and you want to do something with your life in the trading world, get fucking better. That's it. At the end of the day, put the work in and become better. That's all I have to say.
Let your intuition help you in your trading, because as you look at the market over and over and over again for years and years,
you see things you don't even realize.
Yeah, you're going to start seeing things. And you like today, when I took that trade, I had a feeling it was going to be a loser. Mm-hmm. I saw Grant take the same type of trade yesterday, and it worked out.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm going to go against what I've been doing because the market's different right now. And it broke the trend line. I closed. Yeah. Like, close quick. Let your winners run.
Yep, I agree. Okay. This one is more about personality. What are some essential personality traits to become a highly successful trader?
You just got to have some kahunas, man.
Is that what you think it is?
No, I don't. I mean, in a way, yes. Like, it takes a lot to be a trader. Like, you have to be strong-willed, and you have to, believe in yourself, ultimately, to be a strong...
You also have to be a gambler. You have to have a No, seriously, you have to have a risk-taking mindset.
You do, but,
and
we're definitely risk-takers.
Yes, but, most people are not willing to put it on their back.
That's the thing. Like, if you're what's the personality type that's like type A? If you're type A.
Oh, is that really a thing?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Type A personality is where, you
structured.
have to follow everything as a structure. And
what are we? What type of people are we? Type C?
I don't know.
Type Z?
What would you say, lover boy? Type B? Okay.
Or type B?
What is that? Sorry. Anyways, if you're a type A type of person, then I don't know if you're going to be essentially, you could be, because you could follow your rules essentially pretty well, but most type A, I feel, are not risk takers, and you have to be a risk taker. You just have to know yourself. Like, if you're willing to put $5,000 on the line to win $20,000, then you can be a trader. But
are you willing to rely on, that's confidence. Are you willing to rely on yourself?
It's confidence, bro.
I am willing to, at the end of the day, that's how we both are, though. At the end of the day, it's like you tell me I have to hit a hole-in-one. Am I going to, a hole-in-one to save my life?
You believe you could, though.
100%. The belief in me, the amount of belief that I have in myself is honestly probably fucking stupid.
I have to tell a really cool story, actually. So this is when Anthony met his wifey. And this is a great story. Anthony's wifey was going to go in the military. And both me and Anthony are like, dude, what are you thinking? Don't do it.
And I've known her for less than 24 hours at this point.
Do it. Yeah, it was maybe 8 hours. And we're at a pool table. I don't think Anthony's probably played pool in probably years. Yeah, and there's 7 balls on the table. I swear. This was crazy. This was really cool. Anthony said, if I clear this, his girl that he has now, he said, if I clear this, you can't go in the military.
And let's mention how I was playing before.
Yeah, garbage.
Garbage. I was drunk.
I couldn't believe it.
I was drunk as shit.
I could not believe this, though. But, he, focused down, just one ball after another. And it was, the last ball, 8 corner pocket. It was a tough shot. It had a pretty crazy angle to it. This dude just goes right in that corner pocket. And we're all like... And this was before we were had money,
yeah,
we're we were doing all right, but
it was just crazy.
It was a crazy, but he believed in himself.
100%. Cause I didn't know that me and her were gonna end up where we are now. Cause
you liked her though, dude.
Dude, I knew from the moment. Like it was one of those things. 100%. I knew, but at the end of the day, it was just that no matter what, I believed in myself. Yeah. I had the belief in myself. Because I would be willing to bet that if I didn't do that, she would have joined the military.
She would have.
She would have joined the military.
You guys probably wouldn't have been together.
Nope, we probably would not.
Because she was dead set on it.
She was.
She was like, no, I'm going into the military next week.
And then we shook on it. Yeah, it was literally next fucking week.
And we're like, dude, what are you thinking? You could do way better than that.
And that's where I think it starts, though, is the belief in yourself. Do you have the belief in yourself? And everyone around me, it's and this is what I love about our group. And this might be going into a little more of the mindset, but this is what traders need too. Is that if you told us, us 1, 2, 4, I had to count for a second. Us 4, me, you, Grant, Conrad. If we're sitting there, we know now. We also know when to step down.
Yeah, for
but
sure.
We also know that if you told us, hey, one of you has to do something, we're all going to be fighting for that person to fucking, we're all going to be fighting for ourselves to fucking do it, because every single one of us has this higher belief in ourselves that no matter what the fuck we do, it's getting fucking done.
And we're going to be the ones to do it.
And we're going to be the ones to fucking do it. And that's where we we don't clash at it, but it's we're that's our strong fucking will. We're all fucking strong-willed, and we all believe in ourselves, no matter what.
Yeah.
You put my back against... Yeah. You put my back against the fucking wall, and I promise you,
I love
either the wall is caving to me, or the people in front of me are bending around me. It's what's gonna fucking happen, and that's why
that Mamba mentality, bro.
It's fucking straight Mamba mentality. That's all it is.
And I've had it since I was a little kid.
Same, bro. I remember fucking playing football in golf shoes, because I didn't have cleats, because we couldn't afford cleats, and I'd be going and playing football in golf cleats, fucking shaking and baking everybody.
Right.
And they were like, "You're wearing golf cleats?" I'm like, "Yeah, we couldn't afford we couldn't afford cleats." Damn. I had golf shoes and they were 2 sizes too big. We couldn't afford cleats though.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's that mentality.
Then,
it was, man. People had heart. Damn, people had fucking heart. You have to have heart to be a trader. That's what it is. That's literally what it is. You have to have heart to be a trader.
Yeah. Dude, everyone that is at the top, and I think we said this one other podcast, dude, everyone that is at the top of where they're at, because dude, they believe in themselves.
100%.
And they didn't give up when they freaking lost 20 grand.
When they failed, they didn't give up.
Exactly.
They said, "You know what? I'm better than my failures."
Yes.
I'm better than my failures. I'm better than what everyone else thinks I am. I'm better than that.
I was told by my whole family, everyone I knew, do not trade.
Yeah.
It's going nowhere. It's a scam.
It's bullshit. Yes, I remember.
Yeah, bro. I love that I said,
"Look at me now, Mom."
Right?
Oh my God. If you could only ever take one setup, what would it be?
Hidden divergence on the 50 moving average.
Hidden divergence on the 50 moving average.
It's the best trade there is for me.
Okay, hold on. Hidden divergence after 5200 cross in a trending market without the reverse divergence. The first time you get hidden divergence in a new trend is the best.
Oh, so that doesn't necessarily happen as hidden divergence, though. It's usually the break of the trend.
But I only take it when it's hidden divergence.
Off of the trend line, and it's where the trend line retest is with the 50 moving average crossing.
Yes.
Dude, that is a great trade. And
there was one on AU of dude, if you could only take one trade, it happens once a month. But if you could only one trade a month, that would be the trade. Honestly, 9 out of 10 times, 10 out of 10 times, I would risk my entire account on that trade. I really would. I would risk my entire account on that trade.
Every time it works. I've never seen it not work.
I have. once on a lower time frame.
That was the problem.
On a lower time frame. But if you get like a 4-hour trend line break, retest, 5200 cross, first pullback, hidden divergence, it is. And the thing is you can hold that trade forever. Literally forever.
We're going to have to teach that one.
Let's do it. Let's find one. We'll do it. We'll drop it as a reel, maybe. How long? I mean, yeah, maybe a reel, maybe on YouTube. We'll figure something out. But that was the last question. So with that being said, stay tuned because we're going to be doing this. So make sure you're following us on Instagram. They will be in the comment. They will be dropped in the section below our website as well. So you can also watch us trade live Monday, sometimes Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. We also trade every NFP. We also give signals, ideas, and have a community chat where you can communicate with everybody. Any last words of advice, tips did you have? Like on the spot, or even on the spot?
Honestly, if you're really just trying to change your life, change your perspective on life, and change just going into trading, like, and if you're really going to take trading seriously, like, take it seriously, because it will change your life. But if you're going to come in, do it half-assed, like, honestly, just
don't even do it.
Don't even bother, because you're going to lose.
I also think, like, I've met a lot of people that, like, aren't traders today, but they said trading changed their life.
Oh.
And that's a cool concept to have. And that was a really cool concept to have because they met people, they met connections, they met all these things. They learned how to control their emotions. And they said that it just changed their life, but it wasn't meant for them.
For sure.
Which is cool. Like they crossed it off the avenue. Like they passed the they took it on and they said, you know what? I think I could do this, but I don't think this is me.
Yeah, and that it isn't a lot of people.
No, it's not. It's really not.
That's
really
fine.
Look at my Levi. He's a good friend of mine. Known him for fucking years. He's actually a great trader.
But it's stressful.
But
dude.
he's like, man, he's like, dude, I'm good at sports betting. I'm not gonna say I'm better sports bettor, gambler than I am a trader, but he's like
doing it better.
But he's like, I like doing it more. I just talked to him the other day and he's like, I like doing it more. And he's like, but trading changed my life. It brought me to people that I thought I never could meet. It put me in situations of rooms with people that were making hundreds of thousands of dollars a month. It has gave me the advantage and the ability to build something online, to build my brand, to build me. But at the end of the day, he's not even really trading anymore.
Which is fine.
But he's like, I still get the charts.
He still made money doing it.
He did make money doing it. And that was the cool aspect. So just fucking go for it. If you want to change, you have to be the person that starts the change. You are the change that you need to see to change. So just fucking be the change. So make sure you follow us on Instagram, comment, like, turn on that notification bell.
www.tradersociety.com.
And go to that website and get our fucking package. Because seriously, get the package if you want to watch us trade. I have hundreds of fucking messages on here. You want to ask us questions, I have hundreds and hundreds. I get thousands of messages on a weekly basis. If you want to watch me trade live, that is the place to be. That is the place. I know Derek gets it all the time. Well, he was nicer than me and he fucking put it on YouTube. But he's still learning and growing, evolving, and he's changing the way he thinks about the markets and does things. So if you want to watch us trade live, that is where you need to be. Yep. Is tradersociety.com.
Heck yeah, brother.
Let's roll with it. Peace.